You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Your dose of speed, sass, and everything in between. This is the Joevelocity Show. Brought to you by Old Glory, who offers over 300,000 items for music, sports, entertainment, and pop culture fans, featuring officially licensed merchandise from iconic bands and top sports teams. Discover your perfect fan gear and save 15% with the exclusive discount code Joevelocity at oldglory.com.
And welcome again to the Joevelocity Show. I'm here with my mom. Hello again, Mom.
Hi, Joe.
I know, you've been on 4 times now. Oh, my God. You're becoming a series regular. Huh?
I am a serial regular.
Serial. I don't know why I thought a serial killer, but no, that's not where we want to go with that, you know. But anyways, hold on. You're coming in with a knife. Yeah.
If I have to do another one of these, I might.
Yeah, we'll make sure not to have you on for a while after this one. Okay, but anyways. So on this episode, we're going to talk about pranks. And we were talking before the show. Apparently, we were trying to think of whether we play pranks on each other. And the only time we can really think of it is that you like to play pranks on your husband.
I just do one little prank, and it's really not nice, but I do it a lot. He likes to sit out on the patio, and we have patio chairs that rock, but every time he sits on it, he always has a feeling that he's going to fall backwards.
Okay.
And so, so I can't help myself, but I walk past him if I'm getting up to go into the house or something, and I just take the chair and I give it a little tug. Throws him back. It just like throws him back for a minute. I would never hurt him, and I would never put him in harm. But
yeah.
But it's funny to me, but he doesn't like it. I don't know why.
Just wait until you're mad at him one day. It's like, you pull a little
too
hard.
Really pull him back. Maybe that's what he's afraid of. Someday
right?
I'll really use
Keep the wife happy.
He's pretty good.
That's the only thing with a prank is that it's supposed to be funny for both people. It's not supposed to be like trying to be evil to the other person,
Right. And most pranks,
yeah,
I pranked someone once. I did prank someone once. I had these ice cubes that had a fly in them.
Oh, okay.
I bought them,
Yeah.
I bought them at like,
As a
I
joke
don't know what
once,
it,
yeah. Uh-huh.
And it was perfect because my brother-in-law's, he always likes to drink before dinner or something. So I had my sister put this ice cube in there with a couple other ice cubes and just, and I said to her, we're watching and he's not saying anything about this fly in this ice cube. And I said to my sister, well, you know what? Just tell him that we're running low on glasses. So bring your glass in to dinner with you so we can, put your tea or whatever in it. And that's when I saw him over. He went over to the refrigerator and he was telling Linda, look at this ice cube and stuff. Well, then I just burst out laughing. And then he turned around and he realized that it was just a fake ice cube because it was big. It was like an inch, square or something.
Yeah.
And it hadn't melted at all in his drink. But yeah, I I would not mind pranking him more often.
I was also thinking about something I actually did prank you guys during Christmas one time. Is that you could buy these boxes, these empty boxes, and put gifts inside of them. And one of them was for, because I have a bidet here at my house, and I love bidets, and you guys are kind of set in your ways. You do not want a bidet. You don't even want to try it. No, we want to do it the same way we've done it before. So basically, I found a box, and basically what it is that normally a bidet uses water. This is basically kind of like a scrub brush on like a wheel, and basically it's supposed to, you basically put it up your house, and it rotates at like 5,000 RPM.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one that's a portable one. You can put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. But even the funnier one was what you did to your grandmother, because she likes to put puzzles together.
And let's be honest, my grandmother is 105. Okay. So
well, she wasn't then, though.
Yeah, she's 102 then. Still, I mean, come on, That's,
but you bought her a puzzle that it was like
it's basically a black sky and a moon.
Yeah, and all black, and the pieces, there were like 10,000 pieces or something on, it said on the box. I mean, of course, there was no puzzle in there, but it was just the box, and her expression was pretty funny with that. So,
like, oh my goodness,
she's nice enough. She wouldn't want to like offend you, but she's like, I'm not doing this puzzle.
But what's funny is that they're joke boxes. You can find them on Amazon. They were $10 a pop.
That's a lot for a box.
I was like, you guys might as well keep the box there,
Yeah, I don't think we have them anymore.
Right.
I think you guys back.
I think you guys put them out during the our yard sale that we had a few years ago.
Yes. Where no one came. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another story. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if a bear poops in the woods, does anybody hear it? No.
No one read our signs.
Right. Anyways, let's go ahead here and let's get into the first story here. Am I an asshole for laughing when my wife fell and pooped her pants because I thought it was a prank? I, 33 male, thinks my wife, 31 female, is generally funny, but her love of pranks and toilet humor can be a bit much. One day, I was in the living room. My wife ran in holding her tummy. She slipped and fell. Then she said something like, "Oh crap, I pooped my pants." Everything about it seemed like a prank that she would do. From the double meaning phrase to the toilet humor to the physical comedy, despite the fact I disliked most of her pranks, I found this one funny. But it wasn't pranking when I realized I tried to help her up. She told me not to touch her. She sarcastically called me husband of the year for laughing at her. I explained, but she said I should have known it wasn't a prank because she did a similar one before and she doesn't repeat the same pranks. Am I the asshole?
Oh, Joe.
Thank God for the soundboard, huh?
Oh. No, he's not. And, because like that sounds like generally what you would generally want to go for was the laugh anyway. So
yeah, she did a prank like that in the past, so
right. And who was he informed that she never will pull the same prank twice? I don't know, but I think by the time you're 31 and 33, I mean, some pranks are funny, but I don't think these type of pranks are still funny when you're 30. I don't know, maybe I'm old. But, they just have some growing up to do.
I mean, fart noises are funny. I'm sorry. So.
I don't get them either. But, yeah, that's, but.
Well, everybody seems to love this. I have this song on the soundboard, and it's this.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Everybody loves that song. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I was here for it.
See, you're laughing.
I am. That does come and make me laugh.
Anyways, let's go ahead here. Let's talk about the comments here. Not the asshole. Your wife is just the girl who cried poop. Oh God. Oh yeah.
That's when you ought to play that song.
Right. The second one kind of like, comes back to what we were thinking here. I would never fall down and shit my pants twice. You know me better than that. Not the asshole. This is what fruit is born of: frequent pranks. And as a good partner, you were engaging and supporting her antics. When you realized it was real, you immediately went to help. She probably mad at herself because she knows your laughing was essentially her own doing. So she kind of screwed herself in a sense. You know?
That's right. Don't laugh at me. It's an accident.
Anyways, yeah, we can retire that noise now. So
thank you.
we'll move on to the second story. Am I the asshole for ruining the banana prank? I, 30 female, don't like bananas. I think they're gross. I don't like the flavor, the texture, the smell. I would honestly love to never have to interact with one. My boyfriend, 31 male, knows this. He's known since he met me 6 years ago. He thinks it's hilarious. We met working at a restaurant where I was a server bartender and he was a cook. We both love food and the hospitality industry, so he thinks it's ridiculous for me to have such strong feelings of distaste for bananas when we literally work with food in the food industry. Also, I have eaten touched bananas before, didn't like them. It's not like a phobia or anything. Anyways, it's not really an issue as we don't ever buy bananas or have them in the house. But on the very rare occasion that he does buy bananas, once every 3 years, not even, he always tries to F with me with the banana in some way. He'll chase me around with the banana peel or leave the banana peel on my laptop or on the floor for me to slip on, like Mario Kart. To be clear, I love pranks, love them. I was all about the smoking toilet prank. We prank each other all the time. I just really hate being pranked with the bananas. Today, he went to eat a banana. I turned around and the peel was sitting on top of my laptop and I just lost it. I insisted he throw it out. I did not want to touch it, interact with it. He was dying laughing, went and got another banana and ate that banana on the couch right next to my laptop, trying to get me to come closer and give him a kiss. Mouthful of banana is my literal nightmare. Remove the peel myself. And I got upset and insisted he get rid of the banana. And I just kept telling him that this particular thing is not funny to me and I don't like it. So am I the asshole overreacting about the bananas? I just don't want banana pranks with real bananas.
Yeah, she likes pranks. She loves pranks. But a prank should be funny, not harmful. I mean, if he's putting them on the floor for her to slip on, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, and, just maybe, she could break a hip or a leg or an arm, whatever. And that's just going too far. But, just dump water on her head or something,
right?
Do something else. Just don't do that. Like, tip her back in her chair a little bit. That's
almost
kind of funny.
Sounds like it's traumatizing to her, but the bananas, it's like, I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. I like bananas, but they are yucky to clean up, anyway. So putting them on top of my computer and stuff like that, right. I don't think I appreciate that. And, now that he knows it's not funny to her, it's not a funny prank. It's not even a prank anymore. It's just kind of cruel.
It's just like, he's just trying to be evil,
Yeah. I mean, maybe he just needs to be whacked there in the head with a banana. But figure it out. It's not funny anymore. Just stop doing it.
It's like, I told you, I don't like two foods. I don't like gnocchis and baked beans. And it's like, literally, we had that for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
If I came up some Tuesday and we had dinner and that was it, I'd be like, no, know this,
I know.
Of course, I just gave you a great idea for dinner.
No, I know. I mean, no, I'm not going to make something you're not going to eat. And,
yeah,
I mean, you've had this food dislike for a long time. And that's just disliking something, to eat. And I think we all have, those. So I'm not going to make you something you do not like. No.
So we talked about my food dislikes. You know those pretty well. What's yours?
I really can't think of anything that I dislike, that much that I, I don't like, I don't know. I can't think of anything offhand that I, dislike.
Yeah.
I have things that I can't eat anymore.
Right.
Or prefer not to eat anymore, but that's not like that. So there's not too much I wouldn't eat.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, I would not eat what you and Frank had the other day, though, those white beans.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah,
like that. So that would be something I would say yes.
Yeah, because you had baked beans then at that point, which I didn't like.
I had
So it was
baked
kind of
beans while you guys had the other kind of beans. But yeah, it was just like, yeah, there's I don't know why. I just do not like them.
yeah. And the only reason I don't like baked beans is that the taste of them and they're too sweet for me. They almost are like a dessert, And then also too, they have a tendency to spread out and get into everything that it touches.
Yeah, they
like
do
for
that.
example, like if you have a burger and baked beans,
Yeah,
the burger bun gets soaked.
Yeah.
And it's just like you end up with a mushy burger, and it's just kind of like ugh,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean by that. But
there's some people who love them. Yeah, I just don't
Yeah.
understand it, But anyways, each their own, I guess. Anyways, let's talk about the comments here. You're not the asshole, but at the same time, I think you're reacting that strongly. You do have a phobia. I get not wanting to eat them, but to be that dramatic about not even touching a peel, that feels like there's something more serious than just dislike going on.
I don't know about that. I mean, you can just like I don't like to clean up sauerkraut,
Okay. Yeah.
And it's not one of my favorite foods. I do eat it, but the cleaning up of something like that is just, it's like disgusting to me to have to clean that up out of my sink.
Right.
When you always have a little bit of sauerkraut left. So I wouldn't necessarily call it a phobia. It's just, she just doesn't prefer to touch them.
The last comment said, it's almost like a staged TikTok video. The only thing that makes it funny is if it's real, her pranks are probably so trash she immediately knows it's a prank, and thus it's not funny. Then when something actually happens to her that's not staged, suddenly it's humorous because it met all the qualifiers for comedy, spontaneity, unexpectedness, something he attributed to her finally producing a good prank, only to be met with the truth. But yeah. Anyways, we're going to go ahead here, and believe it or not, we're halfway through this show already. We're going to go ahead and take a break.
Oh, let's take a break.
I know. We'll be back with more show after this.
You could listen to a station that plays the same 6 songs on repeat. Or you could try Joevelocity FM, the home of rock, pop, alternative, and new wave, curated by someone who doesn't hate you. No talk radio, no wacky morning crew, just non-stop music and unapologetic attitude. We're Joevelocity FM, always in motion, like your caffeine withdrawal, but way more fun. Click, stream, regret nothing. JoeVelocityFM.com.
If ensuring speed and security for your sites is really a top priority for you, then search no further than Voxonics's shared website hosting plans. They use SSD-powered servers and provide numerous site acceleration tools that make your websites load noticeably faster. Additionally, they deploy ZFS data storage to shield your website contents from corruption. Also, they will manage the task of migrating all the websites you need to their system, absolutely free of cost. Get started now by going to Voxonics.com. That's VOXONX.com.
And welcome back to the Joevelocity Show. And thank you once again
Joe.
with my mom for being here. Thank you.
Hi, Joe. You're welcome, honey.
Aw,
Happy to be here.
I know. You've been on 4 shows now. Gotten quite good at this, I tell you what. So, anyways, we're going to go. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What'd you say?
Gotten quite good at this, huh?
Oh,
You're an experienced podcaster now, yeah.
well, it's just like talking to you. So it's easy.
True.
It's easy work if you can get it.
Very true. Not that you get it now.
The pay isn't that good, but
Hey, we made $1. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll bring up your 25 cents on Tuesday. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the next story here. Am I the asshole for going to the police over a prank? So I figured this will be of very deep interest to you here. Throw away for anonymity's sake because this does go further. The preface this, I'm 24 female, am a vegan, and have been for a good 10 years. I've not eaten meat since I was roughly 3 to 4 years old. When I found out where meat comes from, spoiler alert, there were a lot of tears. This is no secret, and everyone in my life knows and respects this, or so I thought. 4 nights ago, I was at a party, and I will admit I got white girl wasted. My friends thought it would be funny to feed me chicken nuggets as a prank. I checked with them before chiming down. Are these vegan? To To which my friends replied, yeah, they're sun-fed, a type of vegan chickenless chicken. They tasted off to me, but I figured it was just because I was drunk. I was wrong. I found out the next day when my sister sent me a message telling me to check my friend's Snapchat story. The story was them showing the nugget packaging, then showing them giving them to me, including the conversation where I asked if this was vegan, then later them mocking me and pretending to be me when I found that I eat meat, things like fake crying and yelling, "The chickens!" I took a screen recording of the video and took it to the police on the grounds of food tampering, and now 3 of my ex-friends are facing charges. They all think I'm overreacting to a harmless prank, so Reddit, am I the asshole? I understand you have a lot to say about this.
I do. I mean, because I just don't understand the mindset of people who seem to insist that being a vegetarian or a vegan, which is even a more strict diet, is not only a person's desired choice, but, after a while, it's their lifestyle. Right. So it does not hurt anyone else, for them to be. And being a vegetarian and being married to one for, 20 some odd years, we have both had our encounters with it be a family member or a chef at a restaurant that they just don't get it. Right. Meat and meat byproducts for a vegetarian can make them very sick to their stomachs.
You guys aren't used to eating that, So,
no, yeah. I mean, once you get that out of your system, it just messes with your internal system. And even being a vegan is even worse because they avoid, things like butter and milk and eggs, mm-hmm. and, all products from an animal along with certain vegetables and other products that do not reproduce on their own. So the list is a long one for a vegan.
Yeah.
So pranking someone because you don't understand their values is a horrible, horrible act and not one of a friend. And they get what they deserve with this. I'm not sure I would have ever gone that far, but hey, they exposed her to some byproducts, and I'm sure gave her system quite a shock for that. So, it's sad. It's sad that people just can't respect, the fact that, we don't want to eat. We don't want to put a whole lot of processed foods in our bodies. And, and that is part of that. So,
I completely agree. It's kind of like, I mean, just the fact that you don't eat, meat, respect that fact, Right. It's not that hard,
right.
I mean, it's, I actually was kind of worried because for a long time I did not eat red meat. I would eat white meat, but not red meat. And, when I started eating red meat just recently again, I kind of reintroduced it into my diet. I was kind of worried at first is that, oh God, I'm going to have diarrhea. I'm not going to feel well, blah, 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 this and that or the other. Thankfully, that hasn't been the case, but still, I mean, I would imagine for somebody who doesn't eat meat at all, the meat would be, you're going to end up being, sitting on the toilet the whole entire night, unfortunately,
Right. I mean, there are times we have to walk out of the grocery store if they are using a rotisserie and cooking chicken.
Yeah.
And I mean, the smell, to someone that eats, rotisserie chicken, I'm sure that smell makes your mouth water.
Right.
But for us, it just nauseates us because of the grease. And that's all we can smell is like the grease in it. And so, we've actually left, a grocery store once or twice, in our lives just because of that. So,
wow.
There's a lot to it. And it's just, do you respect your friends and their choices or do you not? So,
or just some stupidity that's going on sometimes there. I remember
something you think's a prank, but it's, there was a Seinfeld show on this too. Remember George, he had a girlfriend that didn't eat lobster. She was a vegetarian, didn't eat lobster. And they ended up having lobster for dinner. And then they used the extra lobster in the morning and put it in the eggs or something, and she ended up eating it.
Oh,
And they were
no.
saying, I knew you weren't a vegetarian. I knew it. Well, if you're going to pull a prank on somebody and just put food in their, meal that they don't know is in there, then yeah, I guess, the humor is not for everybody on some topics.
I remember one time, it's like my bowling league, we would have pizzas
Mhm.
after, or like during some of like the league nights and everything.
Right.
And I swear one time they had cheese pizza that was made with meat sauce. I'm
Oh,
like, really?
yeah, that's unusual. Very unusual that's scary. And see if you would have asked, but who would think to ask a pizza shop, because I mean, we eat pizza,
Yeah.
pizza, but yeah, I've never had to ask, is there beef in this or a beef byproduct in it? Because tomato sauce is just usually the base for that.
Well, as I've come to find out, their pizza just sucks. So I call it mids. It's like, hey, we're eating at mids again, as in like, this
Yeah,
pizza's okay, but I would not take this home with me,
yeah,
kind of thing. But on the other hand, they have fried chicken during our fun nights, which is like the final night of the league.
yeah.
So good. But I mean, I imagine as a vegetarian, no.
Nope, it's not one. It's not what we eat.
Anyways, here, the comments there were completely in agreement with you guys. They're not the asshole. I think it's awesome. You went to the police and they're taking it seriously because,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, they're basically kind of poisoning you in a sense.
yeah. That's true. I mean, they are.
Yeah, exactly. They disrespect her by giving her meat while knowing she does not eat it and recorded it and put it on the internet making fun of her. Good
Yeah,
riddance. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, they deserve jail. They deserve to be put to death.
I
Yeah.
don't know about jail time, or I don't know that it's a jail, but I mean, I think they do. They should do some community service, make them, work somewhere that, with a vegetarian or a vegan or something like that on a farm out way out, and have them see what they do eat and how it's actually healthier for you,
Yeah.
but it's not cheap to be particularly a vegan because it's
They should take them to a slaughterhouse and make them watch something be slaughtered.
oh, yeah,
Turn
that could
them into
actually do it.
vegetarians.
That's right. That might do it.
Right. Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
think if a lot of us knew where our food came from there, we probably a lot
Yeah.
more of us would be
Yeah.
vegetarians or vegan.
That's right. That's right.
So, and the last one said, especially feeding it to someone when they're drunk and then posting on social media, like, really, what the fuck kind of friends are those?
Yeah.
It's just, oh man, I mean,
That's sad. That is sad. So I hope she's okay.
right. Me too. Me too. Anyways, believe it or not, we come up to the last story of the show, our moment of conclusion. This is kind of a prank, but kind of not in a sense. Am I the asshole for wearing a white dress to my friend's wedding? Okay, and before you make a judgment, let me read the story. I, 20 female, met my friend Charlotte, 21, when I moved into my college dorm in August 2020. We got along well, shared ideas for how we want to divide the space and keep things clean and organized, and had many similar interests. Within a month, we were studying and hanging out together, and I considered her a good friend. I also met her now husband, Josh. They seemed like a cute and loving couple, and I was very happy when they got engaged in Christmas after 3.5 years together. Shirley has spent the last 18 months planning the wedding down to the last detail. I won't say that she's obsessive, but it's been intense, and I've tried to help out as best as I can with making appointments, managing stress, etc. I also gave her $250 to help pay for the wedding. Her family can only afford part of it, which isn't included in the wedding gift I'm going to give her. A month before the wedding, I was still trying to decide exactly what to wear. I wanted something nice because Charlotte said that she would have a photographer, videographer, and wedding painter. I knew Charlotte had a vision for her wedding. I wanted her in as much control as possible for all the details of her special day, so I asked her which dress out of the three I narrowed it down to that I should wear. She asked if I would actually pull out all my dresses, so I did. She ended up narrowing it down to one of my picks along with a dress I had firmly put in the no pile for being white. It was a wedding after all. She told me both dresses were lovely, but that she prefers the white one. I asked her if she was sure. She said yes, It even picked out a pair of pink and white heels from her closet to go with my dress. I figured that was that. Fast forward to last week, I show up in the dress about half an hour before the ceremony. I get some weird looks, but no one says anything. In hindsight, this is when I should have realized something wasn't right. When Charlotte comes out of her dressing room for some last minute pictures, she looks shocked to see me and she starts turning red. She pulls me aside and starts going off at me immediately about wearing the dress to her wedding. I'm stunned. I asked her what the problem is because she picked the dress out and she told me it was a friendship test and that if we were real friends, that I would have not worn a white dress or her shoes to her wedding. I started laughing because I honestly thought it was a joke. And she screamed at me that I ruined her fucking wedding and to get the fuck out. I flat out told her she was crazy and left, not wanting the fight anymore and not knowing how to deal with what happened. I grabbed my wedding gift to them on the way out. My phone has been flooded with texts, voicemails, and social media notifications from her friends, and her family about what the asshole I am, but honestly, I don't see what I did wrong. Am I really the asshole here?
Goodbye. No, absolutely not. Like, who pulls a loyalty test on a friend that you've been friends with for,
Yeah.
like over 2.5 years, and someone that's given you money for your wedding and has helped you, plan it and do all that? Like, what's the point of pulling that, loyalty test thing on her? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it was kind of like, hey, help me pick out what you want to see me in this wedding.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. And she picked out the white dress. And so I was like, yeah, we're right. Even though I didn't think this was a good idea because this is a wedding after all. And I probably shouldn't be wearing
pulled out
white.
2 dresses thinking that she'd change her mind at the end, I guess, and wear the other one. But yeah, she, I don't know, her wedding even sounds like it was a bit extravagant with all the photographers and videography. And
who the hell's the painter after wedding?
I never heard of that, but I'm sure she could have cut back on her wedding expenses with a few of those being gone.
It reminds me of those
set
courthouse
her up to look bad, huh?
sketches. People in the courthouse. They go
and
sketch them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She just set her up to look bad, and that's disgusting. And she wasn't a good friend to her. I
don't understand her prerogative there.
No,
it's
that doesn't.
Yeah, it's like this is a friendship test. So it's like, what, you want me to actually wear something different? You don't actually want to help me out at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't get it. I mean, if she would have pulled the prank on her in the room and said, "Oh yeah, wear the white ones. Yeah, wear these shoes," and just say, "Are you kidding me? You should never wear white to a wedding, particularly your friends." If she pranked her there, that would be one thing. But to let her carry it on and come to the wedding like that was,
And then the blow up at her at the wedding.
Yeah. I mean, they could have had some giggles about it in the room,
right.
Because she didn't even have it on the list of her dresses, her preferred dresses. So that would have been more of a prank.
Exactly. So anyways, the comments here completely agree with us there. Yeah, she tested whether or not she was your friend, and guess what? She's not.
Yeah.
When someone is mad at you because they lied to you and you believe them, that person is the asshole regardless of what conventions exist in the broader culture about the colors of dresses. Your friend lied to your face and embarrassed you in public just to see if she could. You're not the asshole. It wasn't even advice. It was basically the bride picked out the dress that OP had in the no pile. She told her what to wear down to the shoes. OP just abided by the bride's wishes. How the hell was she supposed to know?
Yeah. I would have been that person too, that if a friend did that to me or someone did that to me, I would have been the one wearing the white dress to the wedding. Because you do have faith in your friends and believe that they are going to just do right by you. But yeah.
I don't think I included it in the story that I read, but she ended up actually wearing a blue dress, the bride. So the bride didn't even wear a white dress anyways. So it was kind of like,
I didn't see that. I mean, was that
it wasn't in what I read there, but it was in like some of the comments there. Actually on Reddit itself. Yeah, so it's just kind of like
she wore blue.
Yeah.
Says even more.
And the last one is that tell her you don't want to be friends with someone who tricked you, embarrassed you, and ruined her own wedding by her actions. This is so messed up by her. Who does that? If I were you, I would not be friends with her ever again.
Right.
Yeah, this is kind of like a sad way to end a friendship, though.
Well, there are usually ending a friendship over an argument or something is never pleasant, but it happens.
But over something, as stupid as that, there's kind of
Yeah, and that could have been totally avoided.
right.
But, right.
Anyways, we come up to the end of the show. I want to thank you very much there for being on the show, Mom.
Well, thank you, Joe, for having me. It's been fun.
And we'll see you back again in December, maybe.
Yeah,
for the
maybe
Christmas Eve. So, thanks for checking out the Joevelocity Show. Make sure to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app to listen on demand, and so that you don't miss an episode. For access to our websites, visit us at joevelocity.com. Thanks for listening, and have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.